As we stand here on the brink of yet another new year, I want to ask you a question: who will you be in 2025? Not what job you'll have, not where you'll live, but who you'll be at your core. The truth is, the most important project you'll ever work on is you. Yet so often our progress is slowed not by external challenges, but by the negative feelings we carry within us. These feelings act like invisible anchors, holding us back from the lives we're meant to live. Negative feelings often creep into our lives quietly, shaping our actions and perceptions before we even notice their presence. To create yourself anew for 2025, the first and most vital step is understanding the power of awareness. Without awareness, we remain at the mercy of our emotions, trapped in a cycle of reaction rather than response. But with it, we gain the ability to break free, redirect our energy, and consciously shape the lives we want. Awareness is the key that unlocks the door to transformation. When you become aware of your feelings, truly aware, you start to recognize them for what they are: temporary states, not permanent traits. For many, negative emotions feel overwhelming because they identify with them. If you've ever said, "I am angry" or "I am sad," you're not alone. But let me tell you this: you are not your anger, your sadness, or your frustration. You experience these feelings, but they are not who you are. Awareness helps you separate yourself from these emotions and see them as fleeting visitors, not permanent residents in your mind. The first step to cultivating awareness is to pause and observe. When a negative feeling arises, resist the urge to react immediately. Instead, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? Often, the mere act of labeling your emotion, giving it a name, can diminish its power over you. For example, instead of saying, "I'm stressed," you might say, "I'm feeling stressed because of the deadline at work." This simple shift turns a vague, overwhelming emotion into something specific and manageable. Awareness also involves understanding the root causes of your negative feelings. Emotions don't arise out of nowhere. They are triggered by your thoughts, and your thoughts are influenced by your beliefs and perceptions. For example, if you feel unworthy or inadequate, that feeling might stem from a belief you've held for years, perhaps a voice from your past that told you you're not good enough. When you become aware of these triggers and their origins, you can start to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief true? Is it serving me? More often than not, you'll realize that the thoughts driving your emotions are based on outdated paradigms or false assumptions. Awareness is also about presence, being fully in the moment. Negative feelings often pull us into the past, where we dwell on regrets, or propel us into the future, where we worry about uncertainties. But the present moment is where your power lies. When you're fully present, you're not distracted by what was or what could be. Instead, you're focused on what is. And in that focus, you can choose how to respond to your emotions rather than being ruled by them. Now, I want to emphasize that awareness is not about suppressing or avoiding your negative feelings. It's not about pretending they don't exist or forcing yourself to think positive all the time. That approach only pushes the feelings deeper, where they can fester and grow. Instead, awareness invites you to face your emotions with curiosity and compassion. Imagine your negative feelings as a friend trying to tell you something important. Instead of shutting the door on them, listen to what they have to say. What are they trying to reveal about your unmet needs, unspoken fears, or unfulfilled desires? By listening, you gain insights that can guide you toward growth. Awareness is a practice, not a destination. It requires patience and consistency, but the rewards are profound. Over time, you'll find that you're less reactive and more intentional. You'll catch yourself before spiraling into negativity, and you'll have the tools to shift your perspective and realign with your goals. As you cultivate awareness, you also strengthen your connection to your true self, the part of you that exists beyond fleeting emotions and external circumstances. This is where your power lies. When you know who you are at your core, no negative feeling can define you or derail you. So as you look ahead to 2025, commit to practicing awareness daily. Start by observing your thoughts, questioning your beliefs, and staying present in each moment. With time and effort, you'll discover that awareness isn't just a tool for overcoming negative feelings, it's the foundation for creating a life of purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Our feelings are powerful indicators of our internal state, but they don't arise randomly. They are deeply influenced by the paradigms we carry, those invisible mental frameworks that dictate how we perceive the world, interpret events, and respond to challenges. If you want to create yourself anew for 2025, you must first understand the profound role paradigms play in shaping your feelings and how you can shift them to break free from negative emotional patterns. Paradigms are the mental programs ingrained in us over time, often without our conscious awareness. They are formed through our upbringing, environment, experiences, and the messages we've absorbed from the world around us. These paradigms govern our habitual thoughts and beliefs, which in turn shape our emotions. For instance, if you've been conditioned to believe that success is reserved for other people, or that failure defines your worth, those paradigms will trigger feelings of inadequacy, fear, or frustration every time you face a challenge. The challenge with paradigms is that they operate beneath the surface, much like the software running a computer. You may not see them directly, but their influence is undeniable. When you feel stuck in a cycle of negative emotions, whether it's doubt, anger, or sadness, it's often because your paradigms are at odds with your desires or circumstances. The good news is that paradigms are not fixed, they can be rewritten. But to do so, you must first become aware of their existence and how they shape your feelings. One of the most important realizations about paradigms is that they act as filters. They determine how you interpret external events and internal experiences. For example, imagine two people receiving the same critical feedback at work. One person operating from a paradigm of self-worth and growth might feel motivated and see the feedback as an opportunity to improve. The other person, stuck in a paradigm of self-doubt, might feel crushed and interpret the feedback as a sign of personal failure. The event is the same, but the feelings are vastly different because of the underlying paradigms. This highlights a crucial point. Your feelings are not dictated by the events in your life, but by the meaning you assign to those events. And the meaning comes from your paradigms. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by negative emotions, it's worth asking yourself, what belief is driving this feeling? Often you'll uncover a limiting paradigm, perhaps one that tells you you're not capable, you're unworthy, or the world is against you. To shift your paradigms, and by extension your feelings, you need to challenge and replace the beliefs that no longer serve you. Start by identifying the paradigms that trigger negative emotions in your life. When you feel fear, for example, dig deeper. Is it fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Trace it back to the belief at its core. Perhaps it's a belief that mistakes define you, or that others' opinions determine your value. Once you've identified the belief, ask yourself, is this true? Is it absolutely true? In most cases, you'll find that these paradigms are based on outdated or false assumptions rather than objective reality. Replacing a limiting paradigm requires repetition and conscious effort. Your mind is like a garden, and paradigms are the seeds. If you want to grow new, empowering paradigms, you must plant them intentionally and nurture them consistently. Affirmations, visualization, and deliberate action are powerful tools for this process. For example, if you want to replace a paradigm of scarcity with one of abundance, begin by affirming, there is more than enough for everyone, including me. Visualize yourself living in abundance and take actions that align with that belief, no matter how small. As you work to shift your paradigms, you'll notice a ripple effect on your feelings. Empowering beliefs foster empowering emotions. When you believe you are capable, challenges evoke determination rather than despair. When you believe you are worthy, setbacks feel temporary rather than catastrophic. This emotional shift not only enhances your well-being, but also creates a positive feedback loop. Positive emotions reinforce positive actions, which in turn reinforce positive beliefs. Changing your paradigms is not an overnight process, and it requires courage and persistence. But the rewards are immense. By aligning your paradigms with the person you want to become in 2025, you create a solid foundation for lasting emotional resilience and personal growth. Instead of being at the mercy of negative feelings, you take control of your internal world, transforming it into a source of strength and inspiration. So as you move forward, remember that your paradigms are the architects of your feelings. Take the time to examine them, challenge them, and rewrite them. In doing so, you not only overcome negative emotions, but also open the door to a brighter, more empowered version of yourself. Gratitude is a powerful force, one that can shift your entire emotional landscape when you embrace it. If you want to overcome negative feelings and create a better version of yourself by 2025, cultivating gratitude is not just an option, it's a necessity. Gratitude is more than a fleeting moment of saying thank you. It's a mindset, a way of perceiving the world that transforms how you experience life, even in the face of challenges. Negative feelings often arise from focusing on what we lack, what went wrong, or what we wish was different. This focus creates a scarcity mindset, where problems feel insurmountable and life appears unfair. Gratitude, on the other hand, flips the script. It redirects your focus to what is present, what is good, and what you have right now. It reminds you that even in difficult times, there is something to appreciate, something that is working in your favor. Gratitude doesn't ignore life's struggles. It simply reframes them in a way that empowers you to move forward with hope and strength. The science behind gratitude is compelling. Research has shown that practicing gratitude rewires your brain, fostering more positive emotions and improving overall well-being. When you focus on what you're grateful for, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, chemicals associated with happiness and contentment. Over time, this rewiring can diminish the intensity of negative feelings, making it easier to maintain a balanced emotional state. Gratitude also interrupts the cycle of rumination, a common driver of negative emotions. When you're stuck in a loop of replaying mistakes or worrying about the future, gratitude acts as a mental reset button. It pulls your attention away from what's wrong and places it firmly on what's right. This doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means approaching them from a foundation of positivity and resilience rather than fear or frustration. Practicing gratitude starts with small, intentional steps. Begin each day by identifying 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand or life-changing sometimes. It's the little things that have the most impact. Maybe it's the warmth of your morning coffee, the smile of a loved one, or the opportunity to start fresh with a new day. Write these down or speak them aloud, allowing yourself to truly feel the appreciation for each one. This simple habit, practiced consistently, can create a profound shift in how you perceive your life. Gratitude also grows when you actively express it. Take a moment to thank someone who has made a positive impact on your life, no matter how small. A heartfelt message, a kind word, or a simple thank you can strengthen your relationships and create a ripple effect of positivity. When you express gratitude to others, it not only uplifts them, but also reinforces your own feelings of connection and appreciation. Another powerful way to cultivate gratitude is by reframing challenges as opportunities. Every difficulty carries a lesson, even if it's not immediately apparent. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How has this experience helped me grow? This shift in perspective doesn't erase the pain or frustration, but gives it a purpose, allowing you to move through it with greater ease. Gratitude also has a unique ability to expand your sense of abundance. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you begin to see how much you already have, rather than obsessing over what you think is missing. This abundance mindset creates a sense of sufficiency and peace, reducing feelings of envy, anxiety, and inadequacy. It helps you realize that life is not a competition and that there is enough success, joy, and fulfillment for everyone, including you. In moments of deep negativity, gratitude can feel difficult to access. This is when it becomes most important to lean into the practice. Even amidst hardship, there is always something to be grateful for, a lesson, a moment of beauty, or even the strength to endure. By choosing gratitude in these moments, you build resilience and remind yourself that challenges are temporary, while the capacity for appreciation is infinite. As you look ahead to 2025, imagine yourself embodying a mindset of gratitude. Picture how it will transform your relationships, your outlook, and your daily experiences. Gratitude doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you act. When you approach life with a thankful heart, You attract more opportunities, strengthen your connections, and create an environment where positivity can thrive. The beauty of gratitude is that it's always within your reach, no matter your circumstances. It requires no special tools, no perfect conditions, only a willingness to look for the good and acknowledge it. When you shift your focus to gratitude, you take a powerful step toward overcoming negative feelings and creating a future filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Gratitude isn't just a practice, it's a way of life, and it can be the foundation upon which you build the best version of yourself. Visualization is one of the most transformative tools you can use to overcome negative feelings and shape your future. It's not just a daydream or idle wishful thinking, it's a deliberate, focused practice that connects your imagination to your emotions, aligning your mind and energy with the outcomes you desire. If you want to create a better version of yourself by 2025, leveraging the power of visualization can help you break free from negativity and move toward your goals with clarity and purpose. Negative feelings often stem from the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what's possible. These stories are shaped by past experiences, fears, and limiting beliefs, many of which operate subconsciously. Visualization offers a way to rewrite those stories by creating vivid, compelling mental images of the future you want to live. These images serve as a blueprint for your mind and emotions, guiding your thoughts and actions toward that desired reality. The beauty of visualization lies in its ability to engage your brain as though the imagined scenario is already happening. When you vividly picture a positive future, whether it's achieving a goal, overcoming a challenge, or embodying your best self, your brain responds by activating the same neural pathways it would if you were experiencing the event in real life. This creates a powerful emotional shift, replacing fear and doubt with confidence and excitement. Over time, this practice trains your brain to focus on possibilities rather than limitations, diminishing the intensity of negative feelings. To begin leveraging visualization, start with a clear and specific vision of what you want to create. Ask yourself, who do I want to be in 2025? What does my ideal life look like? How do I feel in that life? Close your eyes and imagine it in detail. Picture yourself waking up in that future, experiencing a typical day. What do you see around you? What do you hear, smell, and feel? The more vivid and sensory-rich your visualization, the more deeply it will resonate with your emotions. It's important to not only visualize the outcome, but also the journey. Imagine yourself taking the steps necessary to reach your goals. If your vision involves overcoming negative feelings like fear or self-doubt, picture yourself responding to those emotions with strength and resilience. See yourself making choices that align with your higher self, choosing gratitude, acting with courage, and pursuing growth. This reinforces the belief that you are capable of handling challenges along the way. Visualization works best when it's consistent. Make it a daily practice, even if only for a few minutes. Morning and evening are particularly powerful times, as your mind is most receptive during these moments. In the morning, visualization sets the tone for your day, aligning your energy with your goals. At night, it reinforces your intentions and allows your subconscious mind to work on them while you sleep. Think of it as planting seeds in the fertile soil of your mind, nurturing them with your focus and belief. Negative feelings, such as fear, frustration, or sadness, often arise when we feel stuck or powerless. Visualization counters this by giving you a sense of agency. When you see your future clearly in your mind, you're reminded that you have the power to shape it. This shift in perspective reduces feelings of helplessness and replaces them with a sense of possibility and control. One of the most profound aspects of visualization is its ability to evoke positive emotions in the present. When you vividly imagine your ideal future, you start to feel the joy, gratitude, and excitement of that reality as if it were already here. These emotions act as a powerful antidote to negativity, lifting your mood and energizing your actions. The more you feel these positive emotions, the more you attract circumstances that align with them, a phenomenon often referred to as the law of attraction. It's worth noting that visualization is not about ignoring reality or avoiding action. It's about creating a mental framework that inspires and guides your efforts. Visualization alone won't change your life. It's the combination of envisioning your goals and taking aligned, consistent actions that leads to transformation. When you pair visualization with action, you create a feedback loop where each success reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed, further diminishing negative feelings. By leveraging the power of visualization, you tap into one of the most potent tools for overcoming negativity and creating a future filled with purpose and fulfillment. It's not just about imagining a better life, it's about becoming the person who can create and sustain that life. As you practice visualization daily, you'll find that your confidence grows, your perspective shifts, and your actions align with your highest aspirations. With this tool, you're not just dreaming of a brighter 2025, you're building it one vivid image and intentional step at a time. Taking responsibility for your emotional state is one of the most empowering actions you can take on your journey to overcome negative feelings and create a fulfilling life by 2025. For it. It's a bold step that shifts your mindset from being a passive victim of circumstances to an active creator of your experience. While it's natural to feel overwhelmed by emotions at times, it's essential to recognize that your feelings are not caused solely by external events. They are shaped by your interpretations, beliefs, and reactions. Reactions. When you take responsibility for your emotional state, you reclaim your power to influence your thoughts, actions, and outcomes. Many people fall into the trap of blaming their feelings on external factors. They say things like, that person made me angry, or this situation is making me anxious. While it's true that certain circumstances can trigger emotions, it's crucial to understand that the root of those emotions lies in your perception of the situation. Two people can face the same event and have completely different emotional responses because their internal narratives and interpretations differ. This means that your emotional state is not dictated by what happens to you, but by how you choose to respond. Taking responsibility begins with acknowledging that your emotions are your own. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for how you feel. Rather, it's about recognizing that you have the power to influence your emotional experience. When you take ownership of your feelings, you shift from a mindset of helplessness to one of empowerment. Instead of saying, I can't help how I feel, you can say, I can explore why I feel this way and take steps to address it. The first step in taking responsibility for your emotional state is cultivating self-awareness. Pay attention to your feelings and identify their underlying triggers. When you feel a surge of anger, sadness, or fear, pause and ask yourself, what just happened? What story am I telling myself about this situation? Often you'll find that your emotional reaction is tied to an assumption, belief, or expectation that may not be entirely accurate or helpful. By examining these thought patterns, you can begin to challenge and reframe them. For example, if you're upset because a colleague criticized your work, you might initially think, they don't respect me. This belief fuels feelings of anger or inadequacy. But when you take responsibility and dig deeper, you might realize that their feedback was intended to help you improve, not diminish your value. Reframing the situation in this way allows you to respond constructively rather than react defensively. Taking responsibility also involves letting go of the need to control external circumstances. Many negative emotions arise from resistance to what is wishing things were different or trying to change people who don't want to change. The reality is, you can't control everything that happens around you, but you can control how you interpret and respond to it by focusing on what's within your control. Your thoughts, actions, and attitudes. You can maintain emotional stability even in challenging situations. Another key aspect of taking responsibility for your emotional state is practicing emotional regulation. This means developing tools and strategies to manage your feelings in a healthy way. Techniques such as mindfulness, deep breathing, journaling, or talking to a trusted friend can help you process emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Emotional regulation doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means acknowledging them, understanding them, and choosing how to respond. Taking responsibility also requires embracing accountability for your role in your emotional patterns. If you consistently find yourself in similar negative states, whether it's frustration, resentment, or worry, it's worth examining whether certain habits, environments, or relationships are contributing to these patterns. Are you surrounding yourself with negativity? Are you engaging in self-sabotaging behaviors? Taking responsibility means being honest with yourself about these influences and making changes where necessary. Perhaps the most transformative aspect of taking responsibility for your emotional state is recognizing that it's an ongoing practice, not a one-time decision. Life will always present challenges and triggers, but each moment offers an opportunity to choose how you respond. When you accept that your emotional state is ultimately your responsibility, you free yourself from the need to blame others or external conditions for your happiness. Instead, you become the architect of your emotional well-being, creating a foundation of resilience, balance, and inner peace. This practice doesn't mean you'll never experience negative feelings again. That's an unrealistic expectation. What it does mean is that you'll approach those feelings with awareness, intention, and a sense of agency. Rather than being swept away by emotions, you'll learn to navigate them, using them as signals to guide your growth and transformation. As you embrace this responsibility, you'll find that your relationships improve, your perspective broadens, and your sense of empowerment grows. By taking charge of your emotional state, you not only overcome negativity, but also create a life of authenticity and fulfillment. In doing so, you set the stage for becoming the best version of yourself by 2025 and beyond. Taking daily action that aligns with positivity is one of the most effective ways to overcome negative feelings and transform your life. Positive thinking alone is not enough to bring about lasting change. It's the consistent actions you take every day that solidify your mindset, reshape your habits, and lead to meaningful progress. To create a better version of yourself by 2025, you need to intentionally align your daily actions with the emotions, outcomes, and values you want to cultivate. Every action you take is a vote for the person you are becoming. If your actions align with negativity, complaining, procrastinating, or engaging in self-defeating behaviors, you reinforce negative feelings and perpetuate a cycle of dissatisfaction. Conversely, when your actions align with positivity, gratitude, proactive problem solving, or small steps toward your goals, you reinforce a sense of purpose, hope, and self-worth. This alignment creates momentum, making it easier to maintain a positive emotional state even when challenges arise. Daily action starts with intention. Begin each day by setting a clear, positive intention for how you want to feel and what you want to accomplish. Ask yourself, what kind of energy do I want to bring into today? For example, if you want to feel calm and focused, structure your morning with activities that support that intention, such as meditation, journaling, or setting priorities. If you want to feel productive and empowered, identify specific, actionable steps you can take toward your goals. These small yet deliberate choices set the tone for your day and help you stay aligned with positivity. One of the most impactful daily actions you can take is cultivating habits that support your mental and emotional well-being. Habits are the building blocks of your life, and the ones you choose have a direct impact on your feelings. Positive habits such as regular exercise, healthy eating, and adequate sleep not only improve your physical health, but also enhance your mood and resilience. Engaging in practices like mindfulness, gratitude journaling, or spending time in nature can further reinforce a sense of peace and balance. Another powerful way to align your actions with positivity is to focus on progress rather than perfection. Negative feelings often arise when you set unrealistic expectations for yourself or become overly critical of your efforts. Instead of striving for perfection, aim to take consistent small steps forward. Celebrate each milestone, no matter how minor, and recognize the value of persistence. This shift in perspective helps you maintain motivation and reduces the frustration that comes from expecting instant results. Your daily actions also include how you interact with others. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people can uplift your mood and provide encouragement during difficult times. Actively contributing positivity to your relationships through kindness, active listening, or offering help creates a ripple effect that enhances your emotional state. When you focus on giving rather than taking, you shift your attention away from negative self-focus and toward creating meaningful connections. Taking action also involves managing your environment. Your surroundings influence your mood more than you might realize. A cluttered, chaotic space can contribute to feelings of overwhelm, while an organized, inspiring environment fosters clarity and motivation. Take time each day to create a space that reflects the positivity you want to cultivate. This could mean decluttering a room, adding uplifting reminders like affirmations or vision boards, or simply creating a quiet corner where you can recharge. Equally important is how you spend your time and energy. Engaging in activities that align with your passions, values, and goals is one of the most fulfilling ways to boost positivity. Whether it's pursuing a creative hobby, volunteering, or working on a personal project, doing what matters to you fills your life with purpose and joy. Even dedicating just a few minutes each day to these activities can have a profound impact on your overall mindset. Daily action aligned with positivity also requires being mindful of your thoughts. Negative feelings often gain momentum when left unchecked, but you can counteract this by consciously choosing to redirect your focus. When you catch yourself dwelling on a problem or engaging in negative self-talk, pause and ask, what can I do right now to shift my perspective? Sometimes it's as simple as taking a deep breath, reframing the situation, or expressing gratitude for what's going well. Consistency is key. Positive change doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of repeated effort over time. Even on days when you feel unmotivated or overwhelmed, committing to small positive actions can keep you moving forward. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Each positive choice builds on the last, creating a foundation for lasting transformation. By aligning your daily actions with positivity, you take control of your emotional state and create a life that reflects your highest aspirations. These actions reinforce the belief that you are capable of overcoming challenges, achieving your goals, and living with purpose. As you build this momentum, you'll find that positivity becomes not just a mindset, but a way of life, empowering you to step confidently into the best version of yourself by 2025.